Okay, everyone, good morning. Welcome to the Saturday training. You're all very welcome today. Today is a very big training, and one that I've been wanting to deliver for quite a time. We had to basically give you the other parts of the Power Build system before we gave you this training, because we had to put those other pieces in place for you guys, so that this is another stage now. This is part 5 of the Power Build system, and today is not so much a presentation that has some slides. We've got 1 or 2 slides, but really this is more of a hands-on sort of practical demonstration that you can take away. We are recording this video, and we will obviously put the video up into the Power Build folder, and many of you know where that is now. We will give you the address later on in the presentation. Okay, so as many of you know, my name is Ray Sinclair. I am a 37-year career network marketing professional. I've been the top income earner in 3 companies. I'm currently the top income earner and global master distributor in another company. And I saw CashFX 86 days ago, and I've been in CashFX ever since. It blew my mind, as it does with most people, and I now have a team of 300 people plus, and a growing income, and just a wonderful opportunity. So today we are going to discover about LinkedIn prospecting. Okay, now many of you who know me and know me personally know that I swear by LinkedIn. Okay, I do 100% of my prospecting on LinkedIn, and I bring many new members into my team cold from LinkedIn. Okay, and today we're going to do the first half of what I think might be a 2-part training, but this will be enough to get you going and start you bringing in new people from LinkedIn with no knowledge of how LinkedIn works, etc., etc. So what we're going to be covering today is, do you look good on LinkedIn? Okay, we're going to talk about why you need to look good on LinkedIn, and why you need to look right. We're going to cover whether you're dead or alive on LinkedIn. Okay, I'm not going to go into too much detail now, because it'll become clear in what we do. We're going to talk about building your list. You know, in network marketing, we've always spoken about building a list. You know, everyone says write a list, contact your list. You know, the money is always in the list. We know that the money's in the list. There is a way using LinkedIn that you can build a list and keep adding to that list day in, day out, every day of the week, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And there are 3 ways that we're going to do that: search, suggest, and steal. And we're also going to look at target market while we're under search, okay, so that we identify the correct people to talk to. Then we're going to talk about pitching people on LinkedIn. Okay, I don't like that word pitching, but it's the best word to describe what we do. It's a pitch. We're going to talk about the connect or the knock, as we learned in part 1 of the Power Build. And we're going to talk about an expanded pitch, which I'm going to share with you as part of today's training. And then finally, we're going to talk about how to invite people. And I am going to show you how to do that so that you can build your list, get people to take a look or ask to take a look at the opportunity, and then invite them onto a call. Okay. And in part 2 of the training, which may be next week, maybe the week after, we're going to do some advanced follow-up, the way that I do my follow-up. So these are the subjects we're going to be covering today. Do you look good, dead or alive, building your list, pitching and inviting. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to flick to one of my other screens, and I'm now on my LinkedIn profile. Okay, so from here on in, what you're going to see is an actual live demonstration of what I do on LinkedIn, a live view of what I do every day. Now, as many of you know, I have something called a DMO that I run by, a daily method of operation. DMO, write that down. And if you adopt a DMO in your business and you execute your DMO every day, you will build a business. I've been in 86 days now. I have a team of 300 people plus. That's because I have a DMO. And part of my DMO is my LinkedIn prospecting efforts. I spend around an hour a day on LinkedIn doing my DMO. So the first thing we're going to talk about is, do you look good on LinkedIn? Now, before somebody connects to you, they don't see your profile the way that you see your profile on LinkedIn. They see if you like, a slightly filtered version of your profile. Okay, not many people know this. So you have a public profile and a private profile. This is your private profile that you see and that your connections see, and this is the public profile. Now, I just want to talk about that word connections, because many of you use Facebook, and on Facebook we have friends. The equivalent of that inside LinkedIn is connections. So friends on Facebook, connections on LinkedIn. Okay, so it's very, very, very important that when people see your LinkedIn profile for the first time, that they get an absolute sense, an understanding of what it is you do. Because when you ask to connect to a lot of people on LinkedIn, as I do every day, you are going to find that one of the first things that those people do is they go check out your profile before they connect to you. Okay. And you'll notice that, for example, there is no image here. This is one of the things that LinkedIn does. It hides your image. I put my name up here so they know it's me. And immediately, people who are, looking to connect with me for network marketing can see exactly what I'm about. Okay. I've done a little bio about my career, things that I've been involved in, my software company, what I'm doing with Cash FX, and also things I love, like cars, guitars, synths, watches, all that sort of stuff. And also they can see that I'm blogging. I'm effectively making posts the same way you post to Facebook, you can post to LinkedIn. And one of the trainings I might do in a few weeks is about a tool that I use that makes posting to social media really, really easy and fast across all your platforms. Okay, now, so people can see immediately that there's some activity. I'm going on. I'm here, and they can again see about my career and see what I've been doing. Okay, I don't list every job that I've had. I list the ones that are important to attract the kind of people that I want to attract, which is network marketers. That's my target market. So it's very, very important that you address your profile inside LinkedIn so that when people look, and you can see that 325 people have looked at my profile. I'm appearing in 169 searches this week. Okay. 10 people have looked at my posts. So this gives you an understanding that people are looking. Okay. People are wanting to know if I'm the right sort of person that they should connect to. Okay. And again, this information is repeated. You will also know that nowhere do I mention Cash FX. I don't mention Cash FX Group. I don't mention Forex. I'm the online profits guy. I do a live income system workshop. This is all my Cash FX element here. And again, that goes back to the golden rule that we taught in part 1 of the Power Build training, where I said clearly, never give away the name of the company, never answer any questions. And we're going to see some of that happening live inside LinkedIn today. Okay. And I know there's going to be a lot of information to take on. That's why we're recording this, so that you can review this information. So we've covered looking good. Now let's cover dead or alive. Okay. It's one thing to look good on LinkedIn, but people also make another judgment about you. One of the things they look at is they look at how many followers you got, and also how active you are inside the platform. In other words, are you making regular posts? So one of the buttons that they may connect on when they connect with you is they click see all. Okay, and the people who know how to use LinkedIn will click on posts to see what sort of posts I'm posting. Okay. And as you can see, I'm posting a lot of relevant content about the industry that I'm in, about Bitcoin, and I'm posting photographs of myself and my success. And I'm also, posting pretty much everything I post to Facebook, I'm posting here. Okay. And the people and they just generally scroll down 3 or 4 and go, okay, yeah, this guy's active, because they can see 13 hours ago, 13 hours ago, 1 day ago, 1 week ago. They can see that I'm alive. Okay. Whereas if you've got a profile on LinkedIn that you're not posting to and you haven't posted to for 6 months, people go, oh, this guy's dead. He's not engaging with the platform, okay? What you have to understand about LinkedIn is that it's a different audience, okay? It's a different audience to Facebook. Facebook, and I'm going to be brutally honest about this here, Facebook is filled with people who, when you present a business opportunity to them, they go, meh. When you ask them what kind of potato they want to be, they're all over it. It's true. You know it. I know it. If you ask them, you know, to repost this message to see how many likes they get, they're all over it. If you post an opportunity to them on Facebook, they're not interested. Okay. Some are, but generally not. Okay. LinkedIn, on the other hand, is a much more business focused platform. You rarely see on LinkedIn the sorts of posts that you see on Facebook. I've never ever seen, you know, look at my fluffy cat on LinkedIn. I've never seen, you know, look at my dog playing with the ball on the trampoline videos on LinkedIn. I've never seen what kind of potato am I on LinkedIn. It just doesn't happen because the people that are here to do business. That's why LinkedIn is a business platform, okay? LinkedIn is all about business. And that's why I use it. That's why I spend 98% of my time marketing inside LinkedIn, because it's all about business. And the people that are here in LinkedIn are business people. They're the people that I want to reach out to. And there's two factors about business people that you should know. Number one, they're in business to make money. And number two, they make money. So therefore, when you present an opportunity to somebody in LinkedIn, it's far more likely that they're going to be able to have the tools necessary for that business, like a laptop or an iPad or, you know, a Mac or whatever. And it's far more likely they're going to have the money to join your opportunity, okay? Because they're more serious people. So we've covered looking good. We've covered, you know, are you dead or alive? And, you know, these things are very, very, very important. And really what you should do here is you should tell people in 2 lines exactly what you're about so that they can see what you're about without reading down the page. What I want to do now is I want to talk about the most important button in LinkedIn, okay? And the most important icon or the most important button in LinkedIn is this one here, My Network, okay? Now the My Network button basically tells you everything you need to know about your connections, okay? Remember, friends on Facebook, connections here on LinkedIn. And the connections that you have is the list that you build, okay? When somebody says build a list, to do that in LinkedIn, you build connections, okay? And I'm going to show you today 3 different methods. In fact, I might even show you 4, but 3 different methods to build this list. And my mission every day in my DMO is to increase this number by as many as I can. Now, one of the questions a lot of you will ask me is, do I have a paid LinkedIn account? And the answer is no. You do not need to have a paid LinkedIn account, okay? I don't have one. Why, you know, what I keep saying to a lot of people that I've shown this method to, we have an amazing business in CashFX. We have a business that has no monthly outlay. No monthly outlay. Therefore, I am not keen to add cost to your business that puts you back in that situation of having a monthly outlay. So I try and look for things that are free to do that only cost some time, okay? And this is one of them. So I don't have a paid LinkedIn account. Now, my mission is to add to that number every day, okay? Because I know that if I'm increasing that number, I'm increasing the number of people that I can talk to, okay? Because the difference between a connection and somebody who's not connected on LinkedIn is that if they're not connected on LinkedIn, you generally can't message them unless you've got a paid account. However, once they're connected to you inside LinkedIn, you can message them forever for nothing. Okay, that's how LinkedIn works. So once they're connected, you can message them forever for nothing, which is great. Which is exactly what we want. Now, every day I basically max out the amount of connection requests I can make until LinkedIn jumps up and says to me, you're all out of connection requests today. And then every day they'll give you some more. Okay. So if I max out today, I'll wait till tomorrow, I'll have some more. I think it's about 100 a day, something like that they allow you to do. I haven't got an exact figure on it. Somebody will tell me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you 3 ways to build this list. Okay. So we're now in the list building side of it. So I'm going to connect on my connections button, and you can see that I already have a bunch of connections who I can message forever for free. Okay. But what I want to do is I want to find more people. So the first method that I'm going to use is the search method. There's 3 methods here, all beginning with S: search, suggest, and steal. And we're going to just investigate the search methodology just for a minute. So one of the things that I do is I look for specific people inside LinkedIn. So for example, I might type in the search phrase, and I'm going to put up a text file with some suggestions in when I post this up. So I might put here, network marketer. Okay. Now, the problem now is if I press search, I'm going to get millions and millions and millions of search results, because there's 1.5 billion people inside LinkedIn. And I imagine 1.4 billion of them are network marketers. Okay. So I'm going to put a space, and I'm going to put opportunity. This is just one search phrase out of many that I might use. So now I'm looking for network marketer opportunity, but here comes some key words. Okay. Now I'm going to put looking, OOKING, looking for. Okay. So now I've typed in network marketer opportunity looking for. Now I'm going to press enter on that. And LinkedIn is going to go off and find the people that I'm looking for. Now, as you can see, it's come up with a few people, okay? But what I want to do is I just want to streamline that down a little bit more. So I don't want jobs and all that sort of stuff. What I want is people. So I'm going to click on this people tab over here, okay? So now we begin to go to work. Now we begin to add people, okay? Now, there are some things that I look for. Obviously, I look at the country that they're in, okay? And I only look for the connect button. I'm not looking for message or anything like that, just the connect button, because that means that I'm not yet connected to this person, okay? And I don't really care about that. All I care about is, do we have a shared connection? And it's not a showstopper if we don't, but it's always good if we do. I can see that he's a networker. I don't care what company he's with. He's in Cardiff in the United Kingdom. So this guy is a candidate. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to connect with this guy. And I'm going to show you this once or twice slowly, and then I'm going to show you how quickly you can do this, okay? You can just get into a rhythm with this. So I'm going to quickly add a note. I'm going to put my message in here, and I'm going to send you this message on the text file. So it's, hi, I hope you're safe and well despite COVID-19. I saw your profile, saw that we appear to have some mutual connections on LinkedIn, and was interested to connect with you and see what possibilities we might explore. Hope to connect with you soon. You can see that this message is non-intrusive. It's not pitching. It's just a, hi, hello, let's get together. Let's shake hands. That's all it is. And that's all it needs to be at this particular point in time, okay? So I don't even put the guy's name, as you can see, because what I want to do is cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste. So done, okay? It now says invite sent. Now, they're going to be good at this sort of business. He's a professional author, but I'm going to give him a go anyway, because I'm not making any judgments. Entrepreneur, whatever, yeah, we'll go for him in Sydney, Australia. And here we go. And it's just network marketer, entrepreneur, Pakistan. I don't make any judgments about the country either. I just keep going like a robot. So normally, under normal circumstances, within about 15, 20 minutes, I can add 40 or 50 new connections to my list through this method every day, okay? Now, there are other things that you can look for. So for example, you might put things in like home, business, opportunity, seeking, for example. That might be a good word to use. And you might come up, look, seeking new business opportunity. America, so I'm not going to go there. freelance, not really our market. You know, this guy, he's a normal guy. Salespeople are great because we're in the direct selling industry. Give him a go. You never know. I've met plenty of people in network marketing who left a proper job, as they call it, to come and do, you know, this. This is the proper job, to be fair. Look, home-based business. Yeah, there we go. So again, you can see, and you can be creative with the search. Okay, be very, very creative. So it's very, very important. What we've been doing here is we've been looking for target market. Okay, and I just want to briefly talk about target market. So earlier in preparation for this, I went and found some profiles. Now, I'm a network marketer. I'm in the network marketing industry. I'm promoting a network marketing company. Do you think that this guy here would be right for me? The answer is no, because he's completely not in the sector that I'm looking for. He hasn't bothered to put a profile background. His picture looks decidedly dodgy, if you ask me. He's got a little bit of a profile, but not much. I can see what he's done. Yeah, not for me. I've got a lady here, recruitment manager. Now, you would think that a recruitment manager might be good for your LinkedIn connections. Well, yeah, it would be. But again, no profile picture, you know, it's not good. And I think I did this lady here. This is the worst example I could find. So no background, no profile picture, shop assistant at Sainsbury's and one connection. If anyone ever gets this lady into a network marketing business, I'm going to award them a cash prize because I don't think she'll ever join anything. But you get my picture. If you go after the wrong target market, you're not going to increase your team. I'm very specific about the kind of people that I look for. You know, this guy here seeking a co-op, or this lady seeking a co-op opportunity in accounting. I wouldn't go for her. She's an accountant. Seeking a new opportunity. I might go for that person because we don't know. And she's, you know, in London. That's where, you know, it's where we want to be. So, and I always look for network marketers, mumpreneurs, MLN, online people, you know, digital marketers, affiliate marketers, all those sorts of guys and gals. Okay. So there we are. That's the search method. Now, what I'm going to talk to you about now is the suggest method. Okay. So when you think you've exhausted this for the day, you can go to the suggest method. Now, in the same way that Facebook suggests friends for you, LinkedIn suggests connections, and it does that based on the connections that you already have. It runs its algorithm and says, okay, Ray Sinclair is always looking for network marketers. So the first thing it does is it tries to show me more of the people that I'm sort of connecting to. So I don't want to get that guy. I don't want to get that guy. Digital marketing. Yeah. Now this time, this guy is asking to connect to me. He's in marketing. Yeah, I'll give him a go. Let him come. Website, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what that guy does. I'm going to ignore it. This guy's a trader. Okay. Who knows? He might prefer to trade the way that we trade. Give him a go. Businessman. Yeah, give him a go. Okay. Now what happens is that you can see that I've connected to Samuel, and what LinkedIn is trying to do is now show me Samuel's connections so that I can try and connect to some of those. So I can tell, you know, by looking at these people that whether they are into network marketing or not. Now, distributor for CTFO, changing the future outcome is a network marketing company, so I'm going to connect to him. There we go. I don't know what he does, and okay, I don't know what those guys do. So we're into the suggest method. We're into the section where LinkedIn is suggesting to us what people we should connect to. So one of the beautiful things here is, look, people you may know from the art of network marketing. So I suggest he's in network marketing, or they're helping me people make money from home. Yes. Network marketing. Yes. Escape the rat race. Yes. Director of an international organization. That sounds like a network marketer. Home-based business owner. Independent professional. Excellent. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new connections in about 10 seconds. So people you may know with similar roles, okay? I don't want to talk to somebody who likes fishing, and I'm looking, sometimes Forex traders can be, can get this, they can understand it. So I'm going to connect to him. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go scrolling down here until I find a section called, here it is, it's down here somewhere. There we go, more suggestions for you. Okay, so now LinkedIn is trying to suggest more people for me to connect to based upon the people I've already connected to. So direct response email, okay. Assisting people living, yeah, he's okay. Affiliate or self-employed, global entrepreneur. Now, what I do here is I have a left to right, right to left mentality scan. So I go left to right, right to left, entrepreneur, entrepreneur, entrepreneur. Okay. Now left to right, networking professional, network marketing. Herbalife is a network marketing company. Internet marketer, entrepreneur, entrepreneur, entrepreneur. Now, this is where I break my rule about the profile thing. If they're an entrepreneur, I'll just hit a connect button. I've got nothing to lose at the end of the day. And if they're in this more suggestions for you scenario, okay. Internet marketer, global internet entrepreneur, carrot bars. Just keep going. Health and wellness director. I always like people in the health and wellness industry. They always dress it up as I'm a health and wellness coach. I'm a health and wellness director. It is quite funny about the sort of way people describe themselves. Okay, and I just keep going until I see Lifeway. That's a network marketing company. CTFO. Small business, self-employed offices, teaching successful owner, BJ products. So I'm looking for self-starters, people in business for themselves, helping network marketers. And I could do this for another 10, 15 minutes and add another 30 or 40 connections, okay? So under the network tab, this is a useful place to be, okay? So I only ever look at the connections of connections up here, the art of network marketing, people with similar roles, and more suggestions for you, okay? And that can add me another 40 or 50 connections every day. And already you can see this is going up a little bit. Now, the final one that I want to talk to is really, really kind of unknown, and not a lot of people know about this, but I think a few light bulbs are going to go on when you see this. So I'm going to type in the search, network marketing professional. I'm going to press enter. I'm going to pick somebody. Okay, I'm going to pick Sarah Evans because I'm not connected to her. So I'm going to open up Sarah Evans' profile in a new tab. Is that her? There she is. So I can see that she's a network marketing professional. She's, obviously the kind of girl that I want to connect to. She understands LinkedIn. She understands hashtags. She's alive. Okay. I can see what career path she's got. Excellent. Yeah, very, very nice little profile. That lovely. Exactly the sort of person I want to connect to, which I will. However, you can see that Sarah has got 229 connections, okay? And that's important, okay? Because really, when you run out of things to search for and people to search for, and you run out of suggestions, where do you go? Well, where I go is to the next one, which is stealing connections. The problem is I can't click on, I can't get to her connections. It's annoying. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly connect to her, okay? While I wait for her to connect, I'm just going to go back to my network, okay? Click on my network, and I'm going to go to my connections, okay? Somebody else just accepted my connection. So I'm going to go and find a network marketer. There we go, Leslie Shaw, network marketer at network marketing. Now I'm going to open up Leslie in a new tab, and as you can see, I can see that he's got 182 connections. His profile isn't that great. Having said that, He's in the UK. But here's the thing now, look, because I'm connected to him, I can access his connections. And if Leslie's a network marketer, do you suspect that he knows network marketers? The answer is yes, because immediately you can see, look, network marketer, affiliate marketer, entrepreneur, network marketing, MLM. So I know immediately that he knows people. You know, we all talk about referral marketing. You know, in the old days of selling, the good days of selling, you know, if you didn't get the client on board, you say, well, thank you for your opinion. Could you give me 3 referrals? This is exactly the same thing, except I'm just getting these referrals without asking the guy that I'm connected to. So now I'm going to go steal his connections. Thanks very much. So all I'm going to do is connect, add note, introduce myself, done. Connect, add note, thank you very much. Let's connect, let's connect. Boom, there's another 4 connections done. Okay, there we go. I can't connect to him for some reason because, yes I can, there we are. What did that say? Yeah, there we go. It was just my computer doing something. Network marketer at MLM, I had 5 more connections for me. Network marketing, 6 more connections. You know, you could sit here and go through his 180 results and probably add, you know, another 100 people just out of this one connection. And I've got 640 connections in my connections list. So if every one of those had 100 people, you know, that's 64,000 people, is it? Yeah, I don't know, something like that, that I could connect with and build my list. Okay, so that's a really great way, you know, to get new connections. Just go to the connections of the connections. Okay, find somebody in your network who's a network marketer and go and have a look at the connections of the connections. Okay, that's all you want to do. Keep going for the connections of the connections. So there we've covered the search method. We've talked about the target market of the person you're looking for on LinkedIn. We've talked about the suggest method, and we've talked about the steal method. Now I'm going to show you one more method that I use, which is really sweet. Really sweet. And you know, there are some people in my team that I've taught this method to, but I've not taught them this. So sometimes what I do is I go looking for people in other network marketing companies. So for example, I might put in Forever Living Products, because that's another network marketing company. I can't spell living properly. Let me just retype that, folks. There we go. Forever Living Products. Now, I don't click on the business listing here because that's going to take me to a business page. I simply click on search. And here we can see Forever Living Products. Forever Living Products. Right. Now what I want is people. So now what I've got is a list of people who are in another network marketing company. So is it a fair assumption then that these guys and girls are network marketers? Well, of course they are. Okay. Of course they are. So guess what I'm going to do? Providing they're not in the USA, I'm going to connect to them. And there we go. I've just added another 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm also, you know, India. This is a very, very good friend of mine, and I will not. I'm already connected to Maya, very, very successful with her husband in Forever Living, and her husband is my sponsor. So that's why sponsoring Cash FX. So connect and so forth. Again, you know, 100 pages. You're never going to run out. 47,000 results. Okay. So you could sit here all day and just go and get a load of Forever Living Products distributors and add them to your connections. You could go to Herbalife. You could go to OneCoin. Now, one of the things that I look for also sometimes is, you know, we know because we're in the industry that sometimes Bitcoin companies or network marketing companies go bust. And one of the companies that went down recently, as we all know, is a company called USI Tech. Okay. And they went down spectacularly. So the guys that had built an income in USI Tech are probably hurting a little bit and probably looking for something. So here we go. They're in crypto. And the beautiful thing about USI Tech, guys, is they've all got Bitcoin wallets, okay? And probably got some Bitcoin sitting in there. So this guy is literally, there we go, connect. Now, I'm just going to show you something about this guy because this is important. Croydon is about 15, 20 minutes drive from where I live. So it's literally up the road. Okay. So this is one of the things that I do. I connect with people, I put in the message, but sometimes if they're really close to me, I'll put in brackets, PS, I live down the road from you in Dorking. Okay. What that does is it takes the connection request from being cold and wide in the terms of the world and the internet, and goes, oh, this guy's local to me. He's just down the road. So now it kind of brings it down to the local level, brings it down to a more personal level. You know, so I always say, if somebody's in 30 minutes drive from where you live, just say, hey, I live down the road, okay? Because that personalizes it. So again, what I could do here is I could go banging through all these USI tech guys, because USI doesn't exist anymore really, and just go and get these guys, okay? So as you can see, I've added a load of connections. I've built my list today. Okay. I mean, you know, obviously I'm explaining this to you guys, so it's taking me longer to do it. So there we are. That's how you build a list in LinkedIn. And it's cost me nothing to do it. Okay. And what will happen is these guys will, you know, this number will go up. All I'm looking for is this number to go up every day. Okay. So now we're into the pitching side of it. Okay. Now we're into the pitch, and this is very, very easy. Okay. Once somebody is connected to you, you can message them with impunity. In other words, you can message them as much as you like. Okay. You don't have to buy LinkedIn credits to do it. Once you're connected, once they're a friend with you on LinkedIn, boom, you can have conversations. So now what I want to do is I want to work down this list until I hit people that I've already messaged previously. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how fast this can be. And this is the initial pitch. Okay. Guys and girls, this is a numbers game. You know, don't worry about how people will react. Don't worry about whether they've spoken to you or not. Just do it. Okay. Because it's all about the numbers. It's just about the numbers. What we're doing here is we're fishing. We're putting bait in the water. You're never going to catch fish unless you put rods and bait in the water. And the more rods and bait you put in the water, the more fish you will catch. Okay. So don't worry about it. Now, here's what we're going to do. Brenda connected 5 minutes ago. I'm going to message her. She hasn't spoken to me yet. I'm going to paste my message in. And there it is. Thanks for connecting. I've got something that may interest you. Here's the headlines. Okay. This is a nice line. The thing that staggers me with this is that even passive members get not one, but two revenue streams. And here we go. You remember we spoke about the if I would you method. If I was to send you an invitation to a leaders only call that we run, would you be open-minded enough to jump on to see what we have here? Regards, Ray. Okay. So we're using the if I would method, and we're using the, I've been told by a lot of people who've come into my business that this little paragraph here was what got them. They read this and went, why is my business not like this? And that was enough to get them to say, hey, I'll take a look. Okay. So what we do is we click send and we close the window. So that was it. Message, paste, send, close window. Now let me show you how fast you can do this. Okay. Message, paste, send, close. Message, paste, send, close. Message, paste, send, close. Oh, I don't know why this got that method. There we go. Done that. Message, I've done that one. Message, paste, send, close. I don't know why I keep doing that one. Message. Now this lady has, you know, said nice meeting you, and I'm just going to message her anyway, because one thing I don't really do is get into conversations unless those conversations are, yes, I'd like to take a look, because my time's valuable, you know, and I don't want to waste my time on facile conversations, pointless conversations. I want to get out there and promote, and that's what I'm doing here. So as you can see, in the last minute or so, I've now exposed my business, you know, to 10 or 12 people. I've already spoken to that guy, Greg Johnson. Haven't messaged him yet. Carrot Bars affiliate, might be all right. And that's all I do. And I keep going until I hit people that I've messaged before. Have I? Yep, I've messaged him before. Have I messaged her before? No. And that's it. I just keep going, keep going, keep going. And if I can do 40 or 50 people a day with this, I've messaged him before, so discard that, then I know, the numbers tell me that I know that I'll probably get, you know, 4 or 5 people on the call. So there we go. I've now started to hit the messages that I've sent out previously, and I've done 10 or 12 messages. Excellent. Now, from the prospecting that I've done this morning, the searching and adding to the connections list, I'll probably find that by lunchtime or by the end of the day of tea time, I'll have another 20 or 30 connections to talk to, and I'll do the same thing again. I'll message them, message them, message them, message them, message and message. Okay. And that's it. That's as simple as the pitch gets. And as I said to you, I'll send you the scripts when I put this video up. So we've done looking good, dead or alive, connecting through search, suggest, steal, and competition, you know, finding competition companies. We've now done the pitching side of it. We know how to message them and start to talk to them about our business. Now what I want to talk to you about is the inviting, okay? What happens when somebody says no? What happens when somebody says yes, okay? So one of the things that I now look for is I now look for a little red circle on the messaging tab up here. But I also look at this messaging tab here, and I scroll down until I potentially see somebody that I haven't responded to as yet, okay? And I did have somebody earlier said to me that they wanted to take a look. So here we go. So let's just deal with this girl here. I don't like MLM. I'm a trader, but thank you. So how would you respond to that? So, well, I know the looking at that, she's a trader, okay? So personally, I would respond in this way. Hi, thanks for coming back to me. I earn money passively from trading. However, I don't actually have to trade. I have to trade myself to achieve this. Now, if she's a trader and she's trading, it stands to reason that my little response is going to pique her interest. She's going to go, how do you earn money from trading if you don't actually do it? So I'm just going to fire that out, and for some reason there was an issue sending my message. Okay, I'll try it again later. But that's the message I would send, okay? Now, additionally, so I've got a guy here, Michael Eve, he's come back to me, and as you can see, the messenger shows you, you know, how many people are on the call, how many people are waiting to be responded to. So I'm going to open up. So with this guy, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to send him the same message that I send to everyone else, the pitch message, if you like, which I've still got on my clipboard. So I'm just going to push that in there. I'm going to send that to him and see what he says. Okay, for some reason there was a problem sending my message. Okay, I'll get to that later. Okay, but this is the one that I want to deal with. Okay, so this guy has said, okay, I pitched him the message, and he's come back and said, yeah, okay, I'd like to take a look. Now, how I would go back to him is I go back to my little messages, and again, I've got a little script, and it says, very simply, it says, thanks for coming back to me. The link to our free workshop is below. You can choose the time and date that you wish to attend, and yes, it's 100% free. Give him the link. Once you've been on the workshop, I'll set up a quick Zoom call with you to see what you liked best. Warm regards, Ray. Okay, so that's it. It's a simple invite. Okay, we're now at the invite stage. This guy said, read your message, I like the look of that. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I click send. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. I've been sending too many messages today, and LinkedIn has said enough already. So what I'll do is I'll just wait a couple of hours, let LinkedIn calm down, and then I'll just carry on, okay? Because obviously LinkedIn, like Facebook, says, hold on, if you're going too fast, then you need to slow down a bit, okay? So I'll just do that. So, but that's how we respond to the guy. We just say, okay, look, I'm going to just see if I can hold that still for a minute. Obviously, I can't. Thanks for coming back to me, blah, blah, blah. So let's just recap. So we did Do You Look Good? So we understand now about the importance of the quality of the information and the message on your profile, okay? Now, for those of you who don't have Photoshop and are not graphic designers, and you need a LinkedIn header and a LinkedIn profile photograph, there's a brilliant system called Canva, canva.com, C-A-N-V-A. Many of you have got it, and it's great at graphics. And the best of all, it's free. Again, I'm not keen to add cost to you guys, okay? And there's a template in there for a LinkedIn header, and you can muck about, create some nice flashy graphics. You know, I tend to put my name and what I do, okay? And, you know, I've set up headers for some of the people in the team. I don't have time to do that for everyone, obviously, but Canva will do that for you, okay? Are you dead or alive? You know, are you actually putting relevant and valuable content onto LinkedIn so that when people look at your profile, they see that you're an active person? Are you building your list? Are you adding people to your list every day? Are you connecting? Okay. Are you doing that through search, looking for your target market? Are you doing that through suggest? Are you stealing? And also, are you looking for other companies that maybe have failed or other companies that are in the same sector as us, so that you can connect to the connections of the people in those companies who are network marketers? They're bang on target market people. Okay. And listen, just as many people will come on to you from other companies on LinkedIn that you don't know, and they'll pitch you because they see you as fair game. It's okay. That's how it works. They're going to pitch you, you're going to pitch them, and one of you is going to win the match. It generally, when I pitch people, it ain't them. They don't win. They either go away and say, no, it's not for me, or they come and take a look. And if they come and take a look on one of Richard's brilliant daily presentations, 90% of the time they go, yeah, I like this. How do I get started? So we know how to pitch, we know how to do the initial connection, and then we know how to do the expanded pitch, which is the script that I'm going to send you with the bullet points in. And finally, we now know how to invite onto the calls, okay? Now, the evidence that this works, is in my email. You can see that I get lots and lots and lots and lots of people going on the workshop. And I've got a follow-up system, and you can see that I get lots and lots of people saying, hey, I want to be in your business, because I use law of attraction to bring them to me rather than chase them. And I'm going to do a training on this in the future, but I'll just quickly give you a brief insight now. So here's a guy that went on the call, and I can tell you that he went on the call, Gert Olives, he went on the call on the 30th of June, okay? And I emailed him a follow-up email, and eventually he's come back to me. He's booked an appointment with me on Tuesday the 14th. I know who he is. I know what his phone number is. And more importantly, I know that he's ready to get started. I know that he has $300 to join, and I know that he's got a Bitcoin wallet. So between today and the 14th, I will get him registered into CashFX, and I will make sure that he's got $310 in his Bitcoin wallet prior to the call on Tuesday, so that when I call him on Tuesday and I do my Zoom call with him, all I've got to do is buy his pack and he's in. Okay, all I've got to do is get him to buy his pack and he's done. So you can make this easy for yourself with the systems. And yes, I'm using Calendly. I use the same Calendly account that I use to invite people, because you can have multiple things inside a Calendly account. And yes, I am going to do a training on this, but that training isn't today, okay, because we don't have enough time. So I hope that's been helpful to you. I certainly build my business. Yesterday, I hit 300 people in my team in 86 days, and 100% of my team building has come out of LinkedIn. So if you're going to tell me this doesn't work, I am going to disagree with you, because this is how I've built my team. So thank you very much for your time and your attention. I really appreciate you tuning in today. Thanks very much, and I wish you all massive, massive success in your CFX business. You know, let's go out there and make CFX one of the most successful companies that the world has ever seen, because this is a legacy business, people. This is a serious business, and this is a business that can make you incredibly wealthy if you put your mind to it and you focus on it 100% and give it the time and attention that it deserves. I'm Ray Sinclair. I've been your host. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you next time.